Alright, so we got some new locations, by the way. We haven't checked our journal. He's got his own. My long overdue vacation in Paris. This is the life, sitting in cafes, drinking coffee, enjoying the sunshine and the ladies. Whoa, cafe just exploded. Why am I writing it down right now? There's people writhing around on fire in the streets. Scar on his cheek. Nico sharp. Alright. Name of the costume shop. Okay. Cafe. Let's check out the La Race du Monde. See if we can figure out who this fella's client is. We haven't saved in a long time. We're still this guy. I assume you can't, like, miss out on something and be, you know, irrevocably screwed out of being able to proceed with the game, but I guess I'll find out. Not what I want to hear right now, to be honest. This place is creepy.
Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind. For in these four walls, fantasy is king.
Coming on to me?
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible! You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
You Americans.
Of course. How can I help you?
So unwilling to try on your older sister's lingerie.
Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
Okay.
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur. I do not see how I can help.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
Well, then, I'd like to check your records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Impossible. There are too many.
I've got the time. Maybe this disgusting tissue will change your mind.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell
What?
that.
Ew!
Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
It keeps
Oui,
working!
monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
I've gotten the best leads out of this whole game out of that damn tissue. Wow, okay. First I was doing it as a joke, but seriously, we're making some progress with that disgusting hanky.
Do you recognize this man?
Ah oui? He was here this morning. That is the man to whom I sold the grease paint. I remember the scar on his face. He chose 2 costumes. Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart.
Yep.
Green silk.
There's
with
our leprechaun.
a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
Khan!
Do you want this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
But you'll pick up a disgusting tissue without any reservations.
What does this tool mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
And nothing at all. I like how proud he is showing off his sewer tool. Alright.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur. Allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
Oh, I know where this is. God, George.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not
He's
find
just
it
having some
amusing?
fun.
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep. A gift?
Do I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
Okay. And the person who wrote the score didn't find it amusing either. The strings swelled up. Like something sinister was happening right then and there. Yeah, this place is... I love the animation. But yeah, it is certainly creepy. Alright. Oh, we got the cafe. Yeah, let's go back to the cafe. I guess this is our phone now. We are just a tourist after all. Don't really have a home base. Where are we staying though? That's a good question. Alright, let's finally call the tailor. I assume that's who this guy is.
Hello? Who is this?
Hi, my name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
This guy's seen a lot of movies.
Thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick.
It's pretty good.
Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
Okay.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you.
Look at his
I
expression.
never heard of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is cooking the supper, listening for the familiar sound of her husband's
Weird
key at the
angle.
door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today.
George!
Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't.
You're
come
so off
home.
base.
You
What do you-
forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know, Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
You really committed to that one.
The man I'm looking for is called Khan. He bought a suit from you, remember?
Mr. Khan. Yes, I remember him. Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Wow.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
But no, alright. I guess we don't need to ask about the clown if we know the guy's room number and everything. Alright, can we just go straight to the hotel? There we go, Hotel Ubu. Alright, the leads are just falling right into place, aren't they? These guys look kind of shifty. This deserves a fresh save. Shifty guys.
Excuse me,
Yeah?
have you seen a guy dressed as a clown?
No, I ain't. Don't tell me I missed him. Oh, that's too bad. I love the clowns, don't you?
I've seen daytime television that was funnier.
I love it when the little guys get hurt.
That figures.
Custard pies, hose pipe down the pants, then smack! A plank in the kisser.
Yes, it is highbrow comedy.
You ever meet a guy called Plantar?
No, I ain't.
You missed your chance. If you're quick, you'll catch him at the coroner's.
Why do you always just presuming
Do
everyone
you happen to know a guy named Khan?
That ain't nobody I know.
double negative? So you do know him? You look like a man who enjoys a prank.
Shake my hand. Oh, rat.
Shake my hand. Well, at least let me show you my soiled tissue.
Do you recognize this tissue? Think carefully now.
Ooh, ooh, ooh,
I'm gonna have to hurry you.
ooh.
Time's up, so I'll tell you. It's a used tissue with a liberal dump of Best Timers number 12.
If you say so.
Have you ever seen this clown's
Strange
nose
exchange.
Nope.
before? Do you recognize the guy in this photograph?
Is this a trick question?
No. I simply asked if you recognized him.
Okay then. Nope, I don't.
No.
Really? You draw the line there. Okay.
See you later.
Not if you see me first.
Okay. How about this guy?
Excuse me.
Yes?
That's an awful evil looking mustache right there. Not the profile.
I'm looking for a clown.
Are you trying to be fun?
No, I really am looking for a clown.
There are no clowns here except you.
Oh, you slay me. Shake my
Will you
hand.
shake my hand?
Are you joking? Who knows where it has been?
I'll tell you where this has been.
What does this tissue mean to you?
Are you serious?
Oh, yes. Take a good look at the substance it's smeared with.
You are sick. Very sick.
Finally, someone telling it like it is.
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
No, I don't.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you. I don't know it.
have you heard of a guy called Plantar?
No.
Well,
The
when the
name
bomb
is
went
not
off,
me.
he... Oh, really? No?
Have you ever seen this clown's nose before?
No.
Let me just put it to you this way. The wall next to Plantard looked like frickin' Guernica.
Do you recognize the
bomb
guy in
had
this
settled.
photograph?
No. I never saw it.
What is this tool?
Hard label.
But the second time I've heard that goat. What the hell is the deal with the goat?
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment, I thought. But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George. George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George.
Small
I am
world.
Lady Piermont. The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you, George. Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh.
Why are you playing the
and blood.
piano in this hotel?
The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak. You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
Tissue.
Does this tissue mean anything to you?
I'm no shrinking violet, but that object makes me feel quite queasy.
Alright, shake my hand. We'll call it a day.
I just couldn't bring myself to use the buzzer
My
on
killer.
this dear lady.
Okay.
Did you know there's a gangster out front?
What makes you think he's a gangster?
The Italian suit and the bulge in his pocket?
I know plenty of men with Italian suits and bulges in their pockets.
Ah, yeah,
that
you
doesn't
do.
necessarily make them gangsters.
Okay.
I'm looking
You
for a
walked into that
murderer.
one, George.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use?
PI?
It's on the tip of my tongue.
Dick?
I believe what you're thinking of is Dick.
Precisely.
Have you come across a man who calls
She's
himself
thinking of Dick.
Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No, darling. Kevin.
Oh.
Kevin Khan? I never heard
From
of it.
accounting.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organises fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
I really wouldn't know, sweetie.
Really?
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
No, darling, I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not. He was my husband.
Ah. I'm surprised he doesn't start grilling her about her late husband.
I'm sorry
Are you
to hear about
involved?
your husband's death.
You wouldn't be if you knew him, my dear. It gave me the opportunity to take a well-deserved holiday. Daphne suggested a change of scenery. Paris, she said.
Daphne?
A wild romance is just what you need to take your mind off the inquest. Well, the closest I came to romance was being wooed by a drunken Breton chef. I must say I was disappointed with his coq au vin. Not at all what I was expecting. I was thinking of cutting my holiday short, packing my bags and heading back to Hemel Hempstead. That was until last night.
Do tell.
What happened to you last night?
I was stricken, Mr. Stobart. Cupid's arrow has cleft my bosom.
They couldn't really miss.
Whoa.
It was just as I'd always imagined it should be.
Heyo.
The intimacy of candlelight, romantic music tinkling across the room, and then a stranger's glance. Those brooding eyes, that suave manner, those tight trousers. He was the man I'd been waiting for all my
Rustle
life.
that newspaper
Glad
some
he
more,
finally
other
turned up
guy.
After all these years.
Ah, but it wasn't to be. He was merely toying with my affections. And if I ever catch up with him, he's dead.
Who was the guy who led you on?
His name is Merlin.
Marilyn?
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him! That's Merlin!
Whoa!
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin? You mean King Arthur's wizard?
Good heavens!
She
no.
just told you, dude. I know it's not
Monsieur
programmed
Merlin is
that
a
way.
fellow guest. He's the man I've been telling you about.
Yeah.
That's the man who spurned me.
Uh-huh. So he's got a thing for the older ladies.
The man
Older
you know
rich
is Merlin
ladies.
is a fake.
What do you mean, sweetie?
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
Kevin Khan.
I am shocked, Mr. Stobart. Shaken. I took him to be a gentleman, a man of honor. Do you know, I'd rather like to assist you in stitching him up.
And this guy's building quite the enemy list.
When did you last see Merlin?
It was no more than an hour ago. He came downstairs and spoke to that clerk chappie. Something passed hands. I couldn't see what exactly.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
Are you sure you saw Merlin putting documents in the safe?
Yes, darling, positive.
I wonder what they were.
Obviously something of great importance.
Yeah. I'd sure like to get my hands on whatever it is. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantar's briefcase. Has Merlin returned to the hotel?
No, he hasn't. Are you going to search his room?
Second
If I could
floor.
get in there, I would.
Second door on the right, I want to say.
Do you know what this is?
At a guess, I'd say it was a clown's nose.
clown.
That's right. It was worn as a disguise by a vicious killer.
Ah, Mr. Merlin, perchance.
That's him.
And you know what this is?
Can you think of any use for this tool, man?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I can think of someone I'd like to use it on.
Wow. Yeah. I wonder if that response would change depending on when we showed it to her. I don't know. Different implications. But anyway. All right. Well, we got some fascinating information on Merlin. Should we talk to that guy or should we just go straight to the clerk?
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
Guy looks
I'm conducting a
snooty.
private investigation.
Snotty.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
Suppose so.
I'd like to retrieve something from your safe.
Ah, oui, monsieur.
That's bold.
May I see some form of identification?
Like what?
A driving license, perhaps?
I don't drive.
Your passport?
I don't have it with me. I could show you my operation scar.
I'm sorry, monsieur. I must have some form of unique ID.
You won't find a more unique ID than my scar.
I'm sorry. I must insist on a more traditional identification.
Rats.
Can I show you this picture of Merlin and convince you that it's me? How stupid are you? Well, we do need to show him the picture.
Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
No, monsieur. Perhaps you would care to check the register.
Merlin.
The man who calls himself Khan has a scar on his
Merlin.
right cheek.
Vraiment? I tell you, I do not know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I noticed a change in his expression when I mentioned the scar.
Followed up with the photo.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
It's Merlin, isn't it? Alias Khan, the clown.
I told you, I cannot tell you that.
Hey, shake my hand.
I'd rather not, monsieur. I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device
Merlin.
in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Is this tissue
yeah,
ID enough?
Sure.
Watch, like, we'll finally, that's how we're gonna catch the killer. We're gonna lull him into a nice, friendly, cordial handshake, and then And then while they're shocked, I don't know. It's gonna happen. Yeah, how's this for ID?
What do you make of this tissue?
Do you wish me to dispose of it?
Hell
for
no.
you, monsieur?
Hey, no. It could be useful.
It's my
I'm
most
holding on
valuable
to this.
possession.
As you wish, monsieur. Perhaps you would like a little plastic baggie to keep it in?
Bite your tongue.
Nah, it's fine the way it is.
Nah, it's fine the way it is.
Do you
I
recognize
love this running
red
gag.
nose?
No, monsieur.
I'm looking for a man who dresses like a clown.
This is a highly respectable hotel, monsieur. There are no clowns here.
If you say so. Do you know a man named Plantar?
No, monsieur.
Well, his blood. Oh.
What do you make of this tool?
Stunning, monsieur. I bet you handle it like a professional.
That's the response I was looking for. You're off the hook. Wait, can I? Okay, no, we can't. All right, newspaper man.
Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize
Oh,
winner
yeah.
from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Stupid American.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life?
That's a hell of a
You know,
question.
mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
May I shake you by the hand?
I do not shake the hands of imperialist dogs.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Now, that's a real bad attitude problem you've got there.
To be fair, you wanted to shock him.
Does this goo-smeared tissue mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Look at it hard.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Or Merlin.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective.
The score moves so fluidly, so nicely.
What's your interest in Khan?
He is an enemy of my people.
You know he's a killer.
Of course, amongst other things.
Would you help me investigate Khan?
That is not possible. My instructions are to observe. I cannot jeopardize my position as an honored guest of this country's government.
Have you seen a clown?
I beg your pardon?
The clown. A guy in funny pants. Have you seen him?
My pants are from England, Marks and Spencer. They are a pleasure and a comfort to wear, with much support.
Quality brand.
I'm real glad to hear that. You know, it's good to know you Nobel Prize winners are human too.
In my country, the people make do with string and egg cartoons.
For pants?
For everything.
Oh,
Oppression is the mother of ingenuity.
yeah. It's rough.
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
I don't know anybody in Paris.
Well, he has a
Oh,
dog.
Well, this guy's dead anyhow.
Why do you ask me about dead men? I have seen enough of death to last me a lifetime.
I'm, sure you have.
Yeah.
What does this clown's nose suggest to you?
In my country, we have no use for clowns.
I'm glad to hear it.
They were dealt with most severely in the last cultural cleansing.
Ew.
What about the mimes? Did you get them too?
Did you get...
All gone. Our streets are mime-free.
Sounds like
I
heaven.
don't like the direction of this conversation.
Have you any idea what this tool might be used for?
Clown
cannot
cleansing.
guess.
Would it mean anything if I told you it was for lifting drain covers?
Such technology fills me with wonder.
We just have egg cartons and string where I come from.
Thanks for your help.
Goodbye.
To lift the manhole covers. Alright. Just go up to his room now. Is there anything else to tell? Mime sweeper.
There was no one registered under the name of Khan, but the name in the book for room 22 was Merlin.
Room 22, you say?
There was no, but the...
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
What?
You were trying to steal that key, no?
No way.
Is there any more? There's a phone there, but I can't call. Nico. We've learned some new
Hi,
things.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Hello, George.
Did I show you this photograph?
Yes, darling.
Okay. Losing my mind.
Hello again. This is a photo of Khan, right?
That is just one of the names by which he is known.
Thanks for your...
Good.
Let's just try the clerk one more time. See if we
What
can
now,
impress
monsieur?
upon him how important this is.
About the key hanging on the hook over
There you go.
Oui, monsieur.
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room taken?
No. The guests checked out this morning.
I'd like to check into room 21.
That is not possible.
How come? You
Still
said
cleaning
it
it?
was vacant.
It is reserved
Ah.
for another guest.
Rats.
No, monsieur. Dutch.
I believe Khan, the man with the scar, is also known as Merlin, the man who has taken room 22.
What of it? What do you want?
Access to his room.
Do you have a license, monsieur?
Huh?
A private investigator's license?
Still that card?
Well, not exactly, but I can explain everything.
I am sorry, but without credentials, I cannot help.
I insist you give me the key to Merlin's room.
Yeah.
I cannot do that, monsieur.
This guy Merlin is a menace.
So you say, monsieur.
He's not only a danger to society, but to your guests as well. He has toyed with the affections of Lady Piermont.
Ciel! Are there no depths to which he will not sink?
Precisely. He's already killed once, twice, maybe as many as 3 times. With your help, I just might be able to stop him.
But what if he finds out I have helped you?
He'll kill you. I mean,
I cannot do it.
it's fine. We're close. Just need to finagle a bit more.
Hello again. This is a...
That is
Okay.
Thanks for...
Going in circles with this guy.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello, Joel. Okay, what about the key?
Would you distract the clerk while I borrow a key?
There you go.
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act,
She's like,
darling?
okay.
Oh, no. It's the key to an empty room.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scout's honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts, ma'am.
Oh, you should have been. What were your parents thinking of? It's a fine
Is that
way
a-
for a boy to get licked into shape.
Okay.
Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
It's next to the room the killer is using.
Ah, so you plan to eavesdrop on Merlin?
I was hoping there might be a connecting door.
Well, how can I refuse?
There you go.
I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case, but a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick.
Hell yeah, Lady Piermont.
I say, you there, flunky!
Oui, madame.
Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Here we go. What is that walk?
Over to you, my dear.
I hate that guy now. Thank you, lady. Let's head on upstairs, I guess. You guys got an elevator or anything? I guess this is our room. That's going to be the killer's room. Ooh, the killer's room, gang. Right there.
If the tailor's description was correct, this was the killer's room. The sign on the door read 22. The door was locked.
This request scored 4. We could listen at the door.
The door
Alright, but we do have a key for this particular.
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
Maybe we could go out the window, perhaps? What else we got around here? Small TV, considering the...
There was nothing in the wardrobe apart from a vague, lingering smell of camphor.
This place looks pretty posh otherwise. Tiny TV. Even with it being the 90s.
The cabinet was empty, but it smelt of onions. No kidding, it really did.
Alright. Yeah, let's see if we can access that room via some dangerous... Very dangerous. Not even a balcony. Alright, we're in the killer's room, gang. Let's check behind the pillar. Pillow. Killer's pillow.
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
I was just gonna say, There you go.
It was the battered leather briefcase I'd seen Plantar carrying just before he died. I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
Okay. Let's check the wardrobe. So let's actually check the wardrobe.
The closet was a solid, impressive piece of antique furniture.
Odd. See if this one smells like onions. Nope.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
There's not even a single TV in this room.
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's...
What am I missing? Tell me there's nothing on this guy. Let's go back to game 1. Order room service, that's right.
It was
Rat.
calm.
Whoa!
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
You gonna crap yourself in his wardrobe? Okay. I didn't even tell him to do that. He just did that on his own.
As Khan opened the wardrobe, I was sure I was dead. But he grabbed his pants quickly and didn't even see me. I didn't usually spy on men getting changed.
But
But
he
this guy
had the
was a
biggest...
killer.
Oh,
I didn't want any surprises.
hell yeah.
He left his checkered pants on the bed.
Yeah, that didn't really match before. Let's check the pants. Got stains on them. What do we got there in the
I had
pocket?
that kind of feeling you only get from searching still warm pants. The pocket was empty.
That's a very specific feeling.
A strip along the side seam of the pants had been unpicked, then sewn back up with strong thread and a special stitch. I flipped the pants over. I found an ordinary matchbook. No matches, no clues. But as I pulled it from the pocket, a strong thread came with it. A thread with a metal tag on the end. I found nothing in the pocket. The pocket was empty. I turned the pants...
Wait, hold on.
I turned the...
Metal tag.
I pulled on the metal tag and the thread came out of the pants.
There you
It was like
go.
pulling out a ripcord. I turned the pants over again. I turn the pants over again.
Just need 10 hours of this.
I turn the pants over again. I searched the pocket gingerly and found a pass card. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation.
He's really committing to that alias.
There was nothing in the pocket. The pocket was empty.
Okay. Is that everything?
I turned the pants over again. There was nothing else in the pockets of the killer's pants. It was the card I'd found in the hotel bedroom. It read, Thomas Merlin, Gruber Electronics Corporation. The matchbook bore a pattern of swirling color and the words, Club Alamut.
All right. Guess that'll do it. Do I need to, like, return the key? Is that a big deal? Well, we now have the ID card.
What now, monsieur?
Does this pass mean anything to you?
That is Monsieur Merlin's property.
That's right. Merlin the murderer. I want to see what he's left in your safe.
Impossible. I cannot betray his confidence, no matter what you say he's done.
You're making a big mistake.
Maybe. I can live with that. A murderer? Are you sure?
Positive. Does this matchbook mean anything to you?
No, monsieur.
Does this key that I stole mean anything to you? I feel like I should save before we do that. First time that I've been concerned.
What now, monsieur?
Do you recognize this key?
That is the property of the Hotel Ubu.
Correct.
May I ask how it found its way from the little book?
No, you
in
may
the
not.
pocket?
Would you believe it was put there by a poltergeist?
No, monsieur. The hotel is regularly serviced by an exorcist.
Wow.
If we had a ghost, Father Fécond would have flushed it out.
I suppose you want the key back.
Not spécialement. The room is vacant. Since you are so determined to conduct your little investigation, I won't stop you.
Hey, we were honest, right? Didn't cost us. That's nice.
Did I show you this pass?
Oui, monsieur.
He doesn't care. All right. Let's see if Lady can do anything with it. Tell her what we found, I guess, if nothing else.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Forget Nico. It's all about Lady Piermont and George now. We're the new team.
I found this pass in Merlin's room.
So, that deceitful little man is passing himself off as an electrician, is he?
Uh-huh. This guy probably has 1,000,000 faces. I showed the pass to the clerk, hoping he'd give me Merlin's papers, but he wouldn't buy it. He's too scared.
I'll give him something to be scared of.
Hell yeah.
Follow me, George.
All right. Man, when you want something done, go to Lady Piermont. Definitely
Did
the
you
same.
place a package from Merlin in the hotel safe?
I did, madame.
And did my friend here show you Merlin's identification?
Indeed he did, but
What's the problem?
he isn't Merlin.
A mere academic detail. Give him the package.
But that is against the law.
I happen to be a justice of the peace, you silly man. I am the law. If he tries anything, shoot him, George.
My pleasure, Lady Piermont.
One moment, please.
You know, I haven't enjoyed myself this much since Greenham Common.
I don't know what I would have done without you, Lady Piermont.
Voilà, monsieur. Le manuscrit de Monsieur Merlin.
Thanks.
How satisfying. An Anglo-American alliance that actually works.
The clerk had given me a tightly rolled sheet of parchment. I decided not to unroll it until I was safely back in Nico's apartment.
It's true that's going to be great for Anglo-American relations right there. Our special relationship has never been more special.
Hello again.
Well, I did everything without you.
Have you ever seen this old manuscript before? You know what it is, don't you?
You are in great danger. Put the manuscript back and leave here.
What's going on?
I can say no more.
Alright. Well, I'm eager to
Thanks
get
for your
back
help.
to Nico's.
Goodbye.
So let's go do that.
I couldn't leave the hotel with the manuscript. It was probably what those thugs were looking for.
Oh. Like a secret way to get out? Can I go back? Was there like a way to get out through the window? Like down to the floor, maybe? Or down to the street level? Hold on, this is probably a bad idea. Alright, whatever. Screw it. Let's see. I mean, I see clicking down on the ground. I don't see a way to get down there safely.
The cobbles of the alleyway looked very distant and very hard.
But we have no other choice, so just do it.
The cobbles of the alleyway looked very distant and very hard.
If this is what they want, can we just chuck it?
I knew this was no way to treat an ancient manuscript.
Well, I don't...
But I couldn't let
Okay,
it fall
yeah.
into the hands of the goons waiting outside.
There you go. Sneaky, I like it. If that goes in the sewers... Well, I have a key, it's fine. Alright. I like it. Now, they better search me. They better frisk me up and down to make tossing that manuscript worth it. Yep.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
No problem, if you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself about.
Oh, well, all right.
Search him, lad.
You bet.
Don't touch my hanky.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Our apologies,
Guido.
monsieur.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Round here, we are the authority.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go.
Rub him out. Alright, this is where I dropped it, right? Yep.
If the manuscript was what Flap and Guido were after, they were going to be disappointed.
Any other game, a rat would have taken that away.
Wait to get back to Nico's apartment and check it out.
Nice. That's refreshing, actually.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, hi. Come in, Josh.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
What are you
Research,
doing?
Josh.
Yeah? You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of contacts.
Oh, well, did you find anything useful?
Not yet. I'm employing my first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking?
Damn, George. Showing the teeth. That's a little aggressive, though. What are you doing? I'm out here throwing manuscripts and making friendships with Lady Piermont.
Do you have a boyfriend?
Not anymore.
Oh.
There was someone. A guy in my final year, but it didn't work out. Neither did my degree.
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Tell me more about your family.
When I was a little girl, I used to spend the winter with my grandfather and grandma. They were the best times. Warm and safe in their tiny cottage. My grandfather rolled cigarettes while grandma made hot chocolate and cakes. One day, he stopped his scrolling. He put the lid back on his tobacco jar and took me in his arms. I laughed and wriggled, but he hushed me to be silent. With his unshaven chin all scratchy in my ear, he told me his secret.
What did he say?
He said, I don't smoke, but she likes to think I do.
What a weird old man.
Don't call my grandfather weird. He was the nicest guy ever. I wish I was back in that cottage instead of this crummy apartment in this noisy city.
Nico, I want to shake your hand.
Hey, Nico, shake hands with me.
No chance, Buster.
Guess it's just an American thing.
I found this matchbook in the killer's hotel room. It's from the Club Alamut.
Never heard of it. Is there anything written inside it?
No, what were you expecting?
If this was a movie, there'd be a clue, a name or an address. That's no use.
If it were a
There aren't
game,
even any
we'd get
matches in
nothing.
it.
Oh well, I'll keep it as a souvenir. I found this in the killer's room.
What is it, a credit card?
ID, Thomas Merlin, of the Gruber Electronics Corporation.
Gruber.
Never heard of him or the company.
All right. That's what we've been waiting for.
You're just not going to believe what I found.
It's not another part of the clown's costume, is it?
It's not that disgusting tissue again, is it?
It's a medieval manuscript. Khan left it in the safe at the Ubu.
It's incredible. Is this what he took from Plantar?
It's like Kingdom
Could
Come
be.
Deliverance.
Which means it's worth enough to kill for.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
Oh, yeah. Maybe they couldn't afford one each. What of it?
Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Their official seal was an image of 2 knights sharing a horse. Whatever this manuscript means, it's connected with the Templars.
How come you know about these knights?
I learned about them while writing an article on the Crusades.
Cutscene.
This guy, named Hughes de Payen, arrived one day at the court of King of Jerusalem. He offered to protect the Christian pilgrims from the displaced Muslim armies. The king would be able to guarantee safe transit to Christians in the Holy Land. Safer journeys meant more pilgrims, and pilgrims meant trade and wealth. The Templars proved invaluable to the king as a mercenary army. It was said that they never asked how many the enemy numbered, just where they were. And as the years went by, the Templars grew in wealth and numbers. They were so rich, even kings came to them for loans. But at the height of their power, they fell foul of the King of France. He rounded them up and turned them over to the Inquisition. Thousands of Templars were subject to torture and confessed to heresy. Of course, at the hands of the Inquisition, there wasn't much they wouldn't confess to. The last Grand Master Jacques de Molay was burned alive.
Jeez. So the treasure is hidden, waiting to be discovered?
If there ever was a treasure, it's been lost for 600 years.
That was abrupt.
Anyway, we're supposed to be investigating a serial killer, not a medieval treasure trove.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's what the clown and his accomplices are after.
Treasure.
Maybe this manuscript is the key.
You'd better leave it here for safekeeping.
It belongs in a museum.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Are you going to tell me the story? No, we don't have to.
Look there, 2 guys on the same horse.
That's so silly.
Look there.
There's a woman looking at her reflection
so there's
in
stuff
a
to
mirror,
look at
but
here.
the reflection has 3 hideous faces.
She reminds me of the Wicked Queen in Snow White.
She was the one who said mirror, mirror on the wall, wasn't she? She made me cry so much when I was a kid. Mom carried me out of the movie theater.
She didn't frighten me in the least.
Like I said, I was only a kid. I didn't like the crocodile in Peter Pan either.
I thought you might think I was sensitive after I said that, but alright, never mind. Let's move on.
There's a guy working on a loom. He's weaving a carpet or a tapestry.
Or a duvet cover. It's a clue to a place, I reckon. Somewhere famed for weaving and ships.
Where folk live in barrels?
It beats copper boxes.
There's a guy with a sword and a bull.
The only mythological bull I know of is the Minotaur, but he was only half bull.
I don't think I'd like to be half a bull, even if it was the bottom half.
What's that object between them?
It looks like a gem on top of a tripod.
Let's face it, we need help, George. Someone who knows about these things.
Who do you suggest? Indiana
It
Jones?
belongs in a
I know a
museum.
guy who specializes in medieval studies. His name is Lobino.
Lobino.
Huh. Some stuffy old fossil who gets horny over ancient relics, I suppose.
Far from it. Andre isn't the stereotypical professor you have in mind.
Where can I find this Lobino
It's weird
guy?
when we don't have the
At the
faces on the
Museum.
left and right.
I'll give you the address.
Nice.
Let's take another...
Was there not one more scene?
A
There you
knight
go.
with a crystal ball. Now, there's something written on the scroll beside the knight.
Yes, but it's written in Latin. Per disciplina
Translates to,
Mayor.
it's cheaper to share a horse with another man.
videbis.
By my
Oh.
teachings, you will see the light.
How do you know that?
You speak Latin. Where did you learn a trick like that?
A trick? I studied law, okay? I can read Latin.
My, you're touchy. Tell me that again.
Alright. Interesting. Wait, what? Just have to like click on these until she says we can't do anything else with this.
Look at them, 2 guys on the same horse.
It's the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life.
A night through. There's but. There.
Okay. All right.
Are you sure you?
Positive.
I have to go.
Okay. Don't forget to look for Lobino at the Krone Museum.
And what are you doing, Nico? I guess we'll head over there now. Musée Krone. That's not that same guy, right? No, this is just a...
Pardon me.
Oui, monsieur?
Are you Lobino?
Oh, no. Fancy you mistaking me for him. No. I am the deputy custodian.
But Lobino does work here.
Work? I wouldn't go so far as to call it that. He studies here most days, but as you can see for yourself, not today.
Just my luck.
Do you know anything about the Knights of the Temple?
No, sir. Not a sausage.
Is that an expression? You know anything about this? Not a sausage.
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
Not me, monsieur. I am no scholar. Though people often mistake me for one. It is the uniform, I guess. They see the clothes. They are impressed.
And they ask you to park their cars?
They ask me to park the... No.
These aren't
They assume I am an authority on the
These aren't
exhibit
smart
in my
people.
care.
Whereas you know next to nothing about
We're talking
history.
about, are
Of
they?
course not. All I am saying is, I am no scholar, not like Monsieur Lobino.
Seen this
Do
guy?
you recognize the man in this photograph?
No, monsieur. Is there any reason why I should?
I guess not.
Oh, tissue. I don't know how to start on this.
What do you make of this tissue?
It is absolutely disgusting, monsieur.
Another genuine reaction. I appreciate that.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Not while I'm on duty, monsieur.
Everyone has an excuse.
What does this tool mean to you?
That belongs in a museum.
Pardon?
It is a priceless historical artifact, if I am not mistaken.
No, it's a plain old tool
A
for
lot of
lifting
Indiana
drain
Jones
covers.
references.
Do you recognize this red nose?
I don't think so.
Have you ever heard of the Club Alamut?
Oh, no. I don't frequent places like that.
Do you recognize this ID pass?
No.
Alright, well, I'm just going to take a look
Thanks
around.
for your help.
This kind of looks like either the Eiffel Tower or the tripod from the scroll.
In the case was a spindly tripod, blackened with age and pitted with rust. It was identical to the tripod pictured on the manuscript.
There you go.
A notice identified it as 15th century from Western Ireland. It had been found in Loch Marne at the site of a Knights Templar preceptory. Ireland!
What's that?
This tripod was found in Ireland.
I will have to ask you to keep your voice down.
I'm sorry, I was excited.
Notes. We haven't checked this in a while. I mean, just reminders, I guess. Is he okay with that? I guess he's okay with that. I don't know that that did anything. They use the same... He really doesn't care. Oh, he just closed that. They use the same walking around sound effects, the footsteps, as the dig. I know that. I feel like I'm on the alien planet right now.
Leave it alone. That closet is over 3,000 years old.
Closet? It's a sarcophagus.
Closet. So he closed this. Is there something I need to like do quickly?
Attention!
Don't you think it's kind of stuffy in here?
Better stuffy than dead.
What's the problem? Fumes from car exhaust?
Yeah, we
Not just that, monsieur. There's a new burger bar opened up across the
Sounds
street.
delicious.
The Laughing Buffalo.
So what's the problem?
They cook their burgers on a charcoal grill, and the fat falls on the open flame. The amount of organic compound and smoke particles released is astounding.
Interesting.
Since they opened, local air pollution has doubled, and it stinks like a funeral pyre. That is why I keep the windows closed. Don't open.
I was able to do it earlier because he wasn't looking. All right, let's head out. Anything else? No, guess not. Well, that didn't turn up a whole.
I've been to the crew
We did find the tripod.
Did you speak to Lobineau?
No, he wasn't there.
Kind of sounds like Tom a little bit from Daria, too.
Let's take another look at the manuscript.
Look there.
Never gets old.
There's a woman looking at her reflection in a mirror.
Again, we need Lobineau.
The night through. I found the tripod.
Where?
In the museum. It belonged to the Templars. It was dug up in Ireland at a place called Loch Marn.
I have heard of Loch Marn. I read an article about the castle. Take a look for yourself.
A popular gossip magazine. You read that rubbish?
No, I write it.
Professor Nigel Pegram, excavating the medieval castle at Loch Marn. That's strange.
What?
He resigned his chair at Durham University in order to devote his time to the excavation. Not only that, but he canceled the filming of a 4th series of his popular television program. This site at Loch Marn must be awful important to him.
He's a professor of history. They're all cuckoo.
All the same, I'd like to talk to this Professor Pegram. How do you feel about a trip to Ireland?
Disappointed.
Huh?
That I won't be going. I want to follow up the Bellotta case. If you really think Pegram's gem is important, why don't you visit Loch Marn?
On my own? I'm not so sure about that. Where is Ireland exactly?
Where is Ireland? Did he ask where is Ireland?
Have you found out any more about the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clan's victims visited Paris earlier this year.
When?
The 2nd week of July. They were both here at the same time.
Did they meet?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it was coincidence.
I have to go.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Well, we're accessing a lot of additional map points. Going to the airport. All right. Wow, we're leaving the country. It's probably a good time to take a break. See you in the next episode. With more Broken Sword right here on Let's Play with Brigands. As we'll follow up this lead in gay old Ireland. I won't do that in the next episode. I'm sorry. See you then. Stay in Paris for now. Let's just do a save. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and comment on this video, and click subscribe if you haven't already, as this seriously helps me to keep making great content for you.